जिस माला में राम नाम ना, वो माला किस काम की। जिस माला में राम नाम ना, वो माला किस काम की। जिस माला में राम नाम ना, वो माला किस काम की। भजले मनवा सांझ सवेरे, भजले मनवा सांझ सवेरे, एक माला हरि नाम की। जिस माला में राम नाम ना, वो माला किस काम की। जिस माला में राम नाम ना, वो माला किस काम की। ये संसार कागज की पुड़िया, बूंद पड़े गल जाए सी। ये संसार कागज की पुड़िया, बूंद पड़े गल जाए सी। तेरी मेरी छोर बावले, तेरी मेरी छोर बावले, धुन लगा हरि नाम की। जिस माला में राम नाम ना, वो माला किस काम की। जिस माला में राम नाम ना, वो माला किस काम की। नैन दिए दर्शन करने को, कान दिए सुन ज्ञान रे। नैन दिए दर्शन करने को, कान दिए सुन ज्ञान रे। जीव दी हरि गुण गाने को, जीव दी हरि गुण गाने को। बोलो सियावर राम की। जिस माला में राम नाम सेवितम् कपितजम्बो फलसारभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजम् या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषज्ञानापहा समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयम् नमामि चिन्मयं देवम् नमामि चिन्मयं देवम् सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् लोकाभिरामम् रणरङ्गधीरम् राजीवनेत्रम् रघुवंशनाथम् कारुण्यरूपम् करुणाकरं तं श्रीरामचन्द्रं शरणं प्रपद्ये मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं धीमतां वरिष्ठम् वातात्मजं वानरयूथमोख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। बोलो राम 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 सीता राम 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 बोलो राम 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 सीता राम राम राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राजा राम 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 सीता राम राम मंगल भवन राम मंगल सत्संग विवेक न होई, राम कृपा बिनु सुलभ न सोई। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। राम एकता बस किया नाम कोटि फल कुमति सुधारी। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। नहीं कलि कर मन भगति विवेकु, राम नाम रम बनएकु। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। मोरे प्रभु तुम गुरपी तुमाता, जाऊं कहाँ तजी पद चल जाता। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। राम चरण बारिज जब देखऊं, तब निज जन्म सफल करि लेखऊं। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। बोलो राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम। बोलो सीता राम राम राम। राजा राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम। राजा राम राम, सीता राम राम राम। हरे राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम। हरे राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम। सियावर रामचंद्र की। Okay, for those of you who are joining us today, for the first time we're seeing this Shabari Prasanga from yesterday. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram। अन्नपूर्ण फल सुर सती, ये राम कहुआई, प्रेम सहित प्रभु खाए, बारंबार बखानी सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। शरणम सीताराम, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। शरणम सीताराम, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। शरणम सीताराम, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। Very famous doha in this prasanga. Kandamoola phala sudasa ati. Shabari gave roots and fruits and bulbs and all to Bhagwan Sri Ram, and he ate prema sahita prabhu khai, barambar bakhani, and again he praised that food which he got at Shabari's house. And you know what, how we say in American language, Mahatmas, they go to work on this doha. Prema sahita Prabhu khaye. Some say Bhagwan did not eat the fruit. He consumed the love that was given with that fruit. Prema sahita, the love that was given, that is what he took. Because patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upahritam ashnami pradatmana. Bhagwan is looking for the, see, what we will give to the Lord. We cannot give anything to Bhagwan, isn't it? That is what children do when they are little. They take their own parents' money and buy Father's Day gift and Mother's Day gift. We do or not? We do all the time. Yeah. Where did we get the money? So anything in this world that we give to Bhagwan, it's not that we are giving. It is Bhagwan's in any case. How we can give. So he is really looking for the love which we did not give him. That love which we put there and that we put there and put there, and we invested our love everywhere in wrong stocks. That thing only has, what is the return for love invested in the wrong stocks? Dukkha. Any love invested in the wrong stocks, the result is dukkha only. So that's what we did. So now Bhagwan is looking for that love. So whatever love we give with that thing is already his. And the love he had given to us free. And we invested it wrongly. So, tadaham bhakti upahritam ashnami. So here it says also, prema sahita Prabhu khaye. Prabhu only consumed that love. And therefore he spoke again and again and again about wherever he went, he told. And anybody used to give him anything, you know. He, up till now, this is more than half of Aranyakand. More than half of Aranyakand is gone. And he has met all the sages coming up, so many sages, and they all gave him food. And there in the Ayodhya Kand, so many saints and sages, Valmiki ji, everybody he met. And nowhere it is said like this, that he ate that with so much of love. And barambar bakhani. Even though the sages gave also. And so, Shabari is praised because she moved Bhagwan such. Then, in the chaupai which follows just before that. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Sadar jal lay chan pakhare puni sundar asan baithare, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Sadar jal lay charan pakhare puni sundar asan baithare, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Syavar Ramachandra ki Jai. And I told with her own tears, she washed the feet of Bhagwan. It is said, Tulsidas ji in his Gita or at some other place, he said, it is those tears that washed the feet of Bhagwan Ram gave his feet the strength to walk the rest of his journey in Banvas. Those tears gave those feet the strength to continue on his journey like that. He writes at other place. So this is where last night we reached, and then after telling to her that he doesn't look at jati, pati, kula, dharma, barai, all such things, you know, Bhagwan doesn't look at any of, we look. Our eyes are so weak, we can only see superficial things, isn't it? But Bhagwan has Divya Chakshu. Divya Chakshu we should develop to see things deeply. So we are so taken up. You know, Puja Gurudev one day was telling that if you go to listen to Kathopanishad and you hear that the father tells that boy, I give you to Yamaraj. Because the father did tell like that. I give you to Mrityu, Yamaraj. And then that boy ended up at Yamaraj's door. And he waited there for 3 days. And then Yamaraj came and gave him 3 boons. And that last boon he asked for Atma Jnana. This is his story. And after listening to that whole story, then you ask, but how did he reach to Yamapur? How did he reach it? I think Atma Jnana is given, and after listening to all his Atma Jnana, you are still asking no. You know, one student, Keno Upanishad, he did that thing. After Rishi gives the whole Upanishad, and in the end, that student says, Guruji, when are you going to teach us Upanishad? Really, he did that thing. If you are wondering about all superficial things, but I tell you, we laugh at that person who asked that question, but that is exactly what we do in our spiritual life and all that kind of thing. We get taken up with all the superficial, useless, worthless things. And so Bhagavan is telling my way, I don't look at anything of jati, pati, kula, dharma, where you come from, who you know, what strings you can pull and all that kind of thing. I look at no such thing. I just consider bhagati karanata, the relationship of love. That is all the Lord looks at, really. All the other things they take, see, bhagati hi nanara. So hai kaise, a person who is devoid of bhakti. I told you from Ayodhya or Balkand, what he says there, he whose heart is devoid of bhakti, that fellow is a walking corpse. Here he says, bhagati hi nara, so hai kaisa, binu jal barit dekhiye jaisa. Like a cloud that has no water. That cloud cannot be of any benefit to anybody. Because pajanya dhanna sambhava cannot bring any food also. So, the person whose heart is devoid of bhakti, and such a person is like a cloud with no water. So I pay no attention to all the things that Bhagavan doesn't pay attention to all the things we pay attention to. That is the idea. And so many things, our mind get taken up with all superficial things. Like the student asking the superficial question, how did he reach to Yamapur? How did he come back? Yeah. That is not what the Upanishad is about, isn't it? If you are asking that thing, you miss the point, we say. Right. So, Navada Bhagati. Kahau tohi pahi. I am going to tell you the 9 types of devotion. Savadhana sunu dharumana mahi. People say, see what this line says. Carefully you listen and take it to heart. I am going to tell, see Bhagavan's words. I am going to tell 9 types of devotion. Carefully you listen and take it to heart. This is Bhagavan's word. Most Santa Mahatma, they say, this line is not for Shavari, this line is for us. Because at the end of this Navadha Bhakti, he tells Shavari, you have all of them already. So then that means that line is not for Shavari, that is for us only. So take this to heart. Listen well and take it to heart. He tells. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Prathama bhagati santan kar sanga, dusari rati mama katha prasanga. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Guru pada pankaj seva, isari bhagati man. Chauthi bhagati mama gunatana, karai kapat gaji gan siyavar. Ramchandra ki jai sharanam sitarama. Ramchandra ki jai. See, all of us have, you know how you have bank accounts? All of us have a karma account. That karma account is called Sanchita Karma. So now, if you put money in your bank account, you will get money. If you put nothing in your bank account, what you will get? Nothing. And so in our karma account, jo jasa kare, so tasa phalu chaka. What we put in there in that karma account, only that we'll get. So when we have the opportunity and between we are singing Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, at least put that in your account. Don't miss the opportunity to put some more names of the Lord in your account. You should never miss even one chance. Prathama Bhagati Santana Kara Sangha. The first type of devotion is Sangha, Satsang with saints, keeping the company of saints. Wherever we see any sadhu, Mahatma, Babaji, you go there, and even if we have to go out of our way. Ehi sana hati kari hau pehchani sadhu te hoi na karaj hani. In Sundarkand he said, any sadhu, Hanumanji says, Hanumanji is Shankar Bhagwan's avatar. And many Santa Mahatma, they don't like to say Shankara Suvan Kesari Nanda. Shankara Swayam Kesari Nanda. That Shankar Bhagwan, he also goes to have satsang with sadhus. And when he comes here also, he's telling in Sundarkand, as Hanumanji, Vibhishan is there, you know, Sadhu Babaji is there. I must go and meet him. I must have this sangha like that. So, if the Lord, Bhagwan Shiva prays in Uttarakhand, you know, he prays to Bhagwan Ram. Bhagwan Shiva pray. What is that? Bara 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 magau. Harshi dehu Shri Rang. Padasa roja anapayani bhagati sada satsang. He's praying for satsang all the time. So the Lord prays for satsang, and then when we get satsang, we go to a birthday party instead. We should make our program. Of course, sometimes you say, no, Swamiji, you are a Swami, you know, you don't know. We householders, we have, you know, social obligation. If I don't go to the birthday party, what they will say, and this and that, you know. Of course, you have to balance that. I don't have to balance that. But you balance it always in favor of satsang. That's not a balance, but you know, we do that in worldly things. And 3 fellows went for accounting job. So the boss asked the first candidate, 2 plus 2 is how much? He said 4. Okay, you go outside. Don't call us, we'll call you. And he said, send that second fellow. He asked that fellow, 2 plus 2 is how much? And this fellow had spoken with that one. And he thought it was a trick question. This fellow said 4 and he sent him home. 2 plus 2 is how much? He said, because a trick question, 22. Okay, you go, don't call us, we'll call you. Send that other person. And he told that other person also. That other fellow came in and he asked now, 2 plus 2 is how much? He said, how much do you want it to be? You are hired. I don't know what you call that in your language. When you train that, we call that cooking the book. Cook the book. Yes. So anyway, we do that all the time. Mean to say, we twist things to suit ourselves. Well, here, when you have social obligation and you have satsang, twist it to suit satsang, because we do it in any case all the time. So twist this side, let it suit the satsang. You see? So, prathama bhagati santana kara sangha, to go there. First type of devotion, to go there where there some sadhu, some saint, some mahatma, somebody is there. Go and do everything in your power to go there. Like that. That is the idea. Dusari rati mama katha prasanga. And Ram katha. He says, I told you. What Tulsidas says about his Ramcharitmanas. Ramcharitmanas ehi nama Shri Ramcharitmanas ehi nama Shri Shravan sunat paiye vishrama Syamara Ramachandra ki Jai. Ramcharitmanas ehi nama. The name of this text is called as Ramcharitmanas. But Shravana Sunnat Pai Bishrama, just by listening. Just by listening. I don't have to know anything. Just by listening alone. This Ramcharitmanas. Pai Bishrama. Bhagavad Gita is telling Jnanam labdha param shantim achirena chigachati. Like that. So the person reaches that state just by listening to the Ramcharitmanas. And Ramcharitmanas contains what? All Ram Katha. On and on Ram Katha. That Rama is Ananta, and so all his glories and all his Kathas also are Ananta, limitless. There is no end. And Bhagavan Shiva, who is the composer of this Ramcharitmanas, goes to listen to Ramcharitmanas, listen to Ram Katha from Agastya Muni. He composed it and he goes there to listen to his own composition. Because listening is also very important. That we saw on the previous day. No? So, Dusari Rati Mama Katha Prasanga. Reveling in Ram Katha. When I listen to the Ram Katha, it knocks out so many impurities from my mind unknowingly. Otherwise, but let me tell you something. There are two ways to knock out impurities from the mind. Huh? Two ways. One is you wait till Prakriti, Totra Vetrai Kapane Bhagwan, with that whip in his hand. You know Bhagwan has a whip in his hand, right? So you wait till Prakriti gives up. Yeah, that knocks out. And then the other way is to listen to the Shastras and do vichar, do sadhana and all that. So we don't wait for the that whip of Prakriti. But anyway, we say, what we say? To each his own. Yeah, that free choice is given to everybody also. We have to wait for the Prakriti to knock it out. Or we knock it out before Prakriti knocks us. Yeah, like that. So, listening to Ram Katha, all things will be knocked out. And Satsang also. Satsang is likened in this Ramcharitmanas as a blow. When Hanumanji gives one blow to that Lankini, Lankini said, thank you. Thank you. If you put on this side of the scale, you put Swarga and Apavarga, means Swarga and Mukti also, you put on this side of the scale. And on this side of the scale, you put that one moment of satsang, which I just had with you. That one moment of satsang will outweigh all this bliss of Swarga and Apavarga. So, the satsang, and then in that satsang, listening to Ram Katha. Oh. So, he says this is Dusari Rati, reveling in that Ram Katha, Mama Katha Prasanga. Then, Guru Pada Pankaja Seva, Tisari Bhagati Aman. Without any ego and pride and all of that, to do seva to the lotus feet of the Guru. Many people have a lot of questions about this thing, you know. How I do seva to the feet of the Guru? My Guru is there and I'm here. So now you see, the feet is like this. The Guru is standing on the principles of Sanatana Dharma, correct or not? He's standing on the principles of Sanatana Dharma, and he stands by the principles of Sanatana Dharma, and he stands for the principles of Sanatana Dharma. Correct or not? This is Shastra. That's why it's called Shastra. Shrotriyam Brahmanishtham. He is standing by, on, and for all whatever the Shastra teaches. That is what other job he has. No other job. So, when I stand by, stand for, and stand on the principle of the Shastra, I am also doing Guru Pada Pankaja Seva. Gurudev, for instance, stood for disseminating this Shastra Gyan to all and sundry. So if we go on disseminating the Shastra Gyan to all and sundry, we are also serving his lotus. Otherwise, what you go there, oh, Guru is walking, you grab his foot. And two disciples, they were pressing that Guru's foot. One was pressing right foot and one was pressing left foot. And then a fly came and sat on the left foot. So the right foot disciple, he struck a blow at the fly. And the fly flew away. And the left foot disciple, he said, hey, why did you hit my foot? And then he hit back the right foot. And this right foot disciple, why did you hit my foot? And he hit the left foot. And they went and hit the Guru's foot. And that poor Guruji, he was an old man and he had a walking stick there. And that one of them took that walking stick and gave the other foot. So therefore Tulsidas takes time. Aman. Tisari Bhagati Aman. In serving the Guru, meaning to say I should not have any feeling of me and mine with respect to this Guru. And if the Guru treats, he gives that other brahmachari laddu and he did not give me any laddu. And maybe there's a great teaching. Why did you look for the teaching in that? We are looking for, oh, this Guru. Now man comes. Ego, Abhiman, this thing. See, we should look for it. And Gurus are like that only. I tell you. They know which one needs a little and which one needs a little. Like the other way. Huh? So we should be looking for the lesson in everything the Guru does like that. Not looking for some blame. Oh, he gave all the brahmacharis laddu and I did not get any laddu. I think I'll leave this ashram. Maybe I'll go to another sampradaya. Because Guruji gave me such a blow, I can't bear it. And you gave yourself a blow. You should have looked for something. In whatever the Guru did, look for the teaching in what the Guru did. And you will get a glow. But you took a blow. So, without that man, any such sort of thing like judgment, any sort of thing like censoring the Guru, oh, he did this, he did that, all that, and this man word is a big, any little bit is there, it will make all our sadhana go to waste. You see? Guru Pada Pankaja Seva, Tisari Bhagati Aman. And last night I talked about Guru also. So, when Shabari saw Bhagwan Ram, how she remembered that? Guru only. That is an amazing step in Tulsidas. I can never get over that. A Paramatma, Sarva Vyapi Bhagwan also appears, who the whole world looking for. And when he also appears, Sarva Shaktiman, Sarva Vyapi Bhagwan, when he appears, she forgets him and she thinks about Guru. Chauthi Bhagati Mama Guna Gana Karai Kapatata Jigan. Fourth type of devotion. Chauthi Bhagati Mama Guna Gana. Going on, not only I listen to Ram Katha, but I go on singing his glories. Or, we don't have to practice all of them. One of them is enough. So the one who doesn't want to listen to his glories or want to do this or do that, in any case, if we don't listen well, we'll not be able to sing well, isn't it? Sing his glories. Mama Guna Gana Karai kapat taji gan. Gan means to sing. So I'm singing it with no kapat. Means conceit, deceit, any fraud, any, I'm just singing lip service. What to say? Amiji said to sing, So I'm doing because he said. But in any case, in this Ramcharitmanas it is said also, by any which way, by hook or crook, if we say the name of Ram, say Bhagwan name, there will be benefit. By mistake also, if we say. One Amma was driving me this is a real story, from Toronto to Detroit. And the first time I heard this, anything happened on the road, you know how we say, oh my God? She was saying, oh my Ram. Whole journey, oh my Ram. And then she was speeding so much that the police stopped her. And she said, oh my Ram. And she was doing so many miles beyond the limit. Like that speed limit is 100 there, 100 kilometers. She was doing like 150 kilometers. Oh. And when that policeman stopped her now, when she saw the policeman, oh my Ram. And he said, Madam, you were doing 50 kilometers more than the speed limit. She said, yes, officer, I know. And you're supposed to get a ticket for like $200 and also get 5 points. And that fellow, he said, how Ram has that effect also. Okay, I will bring it $100 and no points. By himself, she did not ask also. All by himself. So the name of Bhagwan Ram, or Ram Katha, or any such thing, they work. Magic, really. Mama guna gana karai kapat tajigan, but we have to be free from all kapat, all this. Say it really, like that. And then, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, 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 Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Mantra jap is number 5. Mantra jap. Yajnana japa yajnos. Bhagavan himself talks about japa. And japa literally means, jap means to repeat. The literal meaning of the word jap is to repeat. So what you do, you take one name or one small little mantra and go on repeating. On and on. How it works, What is the science behind that thing? It works by the science of resonance in the universe. Resonance. Now you see that. If you have a piece of carpet like this, right? And you do like that. Then what happens to all the dust? It goes by the neighbor. But what you are actually doing is you are actually giving a vibration to the, and that vibration shakes off all the dust which is there, and it just comes out from that carpet, isn't it? Or you take it, sometimes they hold like this and take a stick and, yes. That vibration causes all the dust to fall out. It means to say the staying of the vibration, the staying of the dust is not really in consonance with that vibration. That vibration and the dust, they can't exist together. That dust has to go away. The two cannot be there together. You cannot have the vibration and the dust will remain. Those fellows cannot bear that vibration. So they fall out. Well, mantra gives a resonance and vibration to the mind that dosh and durguna and impurities also cannot stay in the mind. That is the idea. So that is the resonance for the mind. The mantra and the staying of the impurity, mala in the mind, they can't be together. Either the mala is there or the mantra is there. When the mantra comes, all the mala, they scamper away like that. So the mantra jap, which Bhagavan tells number 5, is to be done like this and not repeated. You can't just go and sit and do one mala and come back and many people have the mala, they're collecting dust. That is why we sang today. No? That mala itself now needs some vibration for the dust to come out. It's amazing. One man was walking from door to door, and somebody said, he knocked on one door, and the people inside the house said, oh, another salesman has come. You know, when another salesman knocked on your door. And reluctantly they opened the door, and one sadhu was standing there. So he said, don't worry, I'm not selling anything. And I'm not begging for anything also. All I have come to do is to read Bhagavad Gita for you. So the householder said, but where is your Gita? He had nothing in his hand. Where is your Gita? No, I know you have one in the house. You will have one in the house, I know that. Yeah, no, I don't have. Yes, you have one. I'm seeing it. He was looking inside, I'm seeing it. Go there and bring it. He said, where? Go there and see the one with the most dust. That will be Bhagavad Gita. Like that we collect so many artifacts and so many wonderful things and all that sort of thing, and they're all there collecting dust. Jis mala mein Ram naam na, wo mala kis kaam ki. Hanumanji also, he bit that pearl to see if Ram is there inside. So that mala should always have the name of Ram going on, and not just one mala. That thing should go on over and over. Otherwise, sadhakas are very, we have ati vichitra sadhakas like They go and they do one mala and they come and say, Swamiji, nothing happened. Nothing happened. So with one mala, nothing will happen. Again and again we have to go and do. Mantra japa mamatra vishvasa panchama bhajana so Veda prakasa. This is given by Vedas also. And if it were not there in the Vedas, it would not have come in Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita is the sar of all the Vedic teaching, isn't it? Like that. Chhat Dhamma, Sila, Birati, Bahu Karma, Nirata Nirantar Sajjana Dharma. The sixth type of devotion is Dhamma, Sila, Birati. Dhamma and Sila and Birati Bahu Karma. That's all one phrase. This is very nice. Dhamma means, of course, control of the senses, karma indriyas. And Seal means good character. And we talked about that before also. Sheel, good character, means to say I should live honorably my life. Live honorably. And living honorably always has to fall back on things like truth and fairness and that type of, actually, Satyam, that's why Satyam eva Jayate. Satyam is really at the core of all of Sanatana Dharma. Satyam has so many applications, so many meanings and so many fields. Satyam. So, to live honorably really means to hold up to Satyam. And I should be true to myself. Like, more and more I can be true to myself, the more and more I will be able to live honorably. Like that. True to oneself. In other words, not only if people are looking, I'm doing. Others will see or what others will say and all that kind of thing. Live honorably to my own self. Even Shakespeare took this teaching. To thine own self be true. Like that. Just as the night follows the day. Okay, so this seal, character I'm telling, comes from really adhering to truth. Good character. Really upholding truth and all. Seal, birati bahu karma. This is a very nice thing. This is actually very important for us in today's world. Birati bahu karma means detachment from superfluous, excessive, useless actions. And in today's world, we do a lot of that thing. Oh, I don't know how. See, there are so many other things we can do, with that time. But we use that time to do so many useless, superfluous things that is going to bring no benefit to anybody. So, birati bahu karma. Give up attachment to, detach from all superfluous, useless action. Now, you have to identify in your own life all what superfluous action, useless things I am doing. And in this country, they make up a lot of things. Because that is a way to make money also. So a lot of things they make up to make money. And it goes on and on. Nirata. See, a classic example I give is, I was going to satsang, just like how I came to satsang. Here is a real story. I was going to satsang, and now we have to reach there for 7 o'clock. In summertime, 7 o'clock is still bright. And by 9 o'clock we go back. Still bright. So one fellow was sitting by the lake there, and he threw his hook like this. And he's sitting there now. And he brought his lawn chair also. Sitting on that chair and he's waiting there. And next to him there's a sign. Catch and release. So even if you catch the fish, you can't take it home. You have to release. When going to satsang, now I don't know how long he was sitting there, but while I was going to satsang, he was sitting there. We finished satsang, we had chanted the name of Bhagwan and everything so nicely, and I came back, he was still sitting there. Now see what 2 hours he could have been in satsang, isn't it? And if you catch the fish, wow, you have proved your prowess over a little fish. And he can't take it home, he has to release it. Then I told whoever was driving me, he said, look at this fellow, they call Bahu Karma, superfluous action. I was thinking like that. Then this man who was driving me, he said, no, Swamiji, maybe he's meditating. It means look like this fellow wants to do that also. So he's defending this man. Maybe he'll meditate. I said, you'll meditate on what? You will become a fish in your next life. And you can't be meditating, you have to wait to see when the hook goes. And there's a desire for it to go. No. So you'll get caught up in all these kind of things. Very superfluous things. Alright, Bahu Karma. Too much of useless things. Nirata Nirantar Sajjana Dharma. Nirata Nirantar Sajjana means whatever we see. What they say? Siddhakasya Lakshanani Sadhakasya Sadhanani. Means whatever we see all the great sages and all doing, we have to emulate that thing. Like how in Sundarkand, Vibhishan got up in the morning early at Brahma Muhurt time. So the sage or the saint or the sadhaka, he does this thing. So we should emulate that thing. He does it like this, so we should also do. Their life becomes an example for all of us, whatever they do. Otherwise, you see, Dasharatha Ji Maharaj used to come out in the morning at 4 o'clock. He used to walk out on his balcony like this, and all the poets and musicians and all the people, they used to be there to serenade Dasharatha Ji Maharaj. Oh, the king has come out at 4 a.m. and they're waiting to serenade him and sing their songs and tell their poetry and play their music and all that. And Dasharatha Ji Maharaj used to do that every day. And when Kaikeyi asked for that boon, that night he collapsed. And then at 4 o'clock he did not come out. So everybody was surprised. Dasharatha Ji Maharaj did not come out at 4 a.m. And I tell you, this sansar is like this in today's world. If we come out at 4 a.m., everybody will be surprised. Dasharatha Ji Maharaj did not come out and everybody was surprised. If we come out, 4 a.m. you can go out, pray. But we have to emulate great souls like that. Nirata Nirantar Sajjana Dharma. What is the great sages and saints and all the great ones, what they do, we should emulate that thing. And I'm using the word emulate and not imitate. There's a difference between the word emulate and imitate. Otherwise, the Mahatma laughs, ha ha ha, you also laugh, ha ha ha. And he speaks like that, you speak like that. Not like that we are talking about. We are talking about whatever all great practices that he has in his life. That thing we emulate. And I'm telling, these things have great impact. I don't know if you remember your childhood, but I remember anything I saw my father doing. Oh, I remember from childhood. That was such an example to me. Whatever I saw him doing. You see, no, my father doesn't know that, and I never told him that also. So we don't know that there's somebody watching like that. So emulating is a big, big thing. We never know that somebody is watching. It happens all the time. Nirata Nirantar Sajjana Dharma Sata. No, next. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Satar Sama Mohi Jaya Jaya Dekha Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram Mote Sant Adhik Kari Lekha सपने हूँ नहीं देखई पर दोषा श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय सातव सम मोहि मय जगत देखा. All is Vedanta. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastini shunicha eva shupake cha panta samadarshina. So he said, Bhagavan is telling the same thing to Shabari. What is that? Satav means number 7. 7 type of devotion. Samam mohi sama maya jaga dekha. Seeing me existing equally in the whole universe. Seeing Bhagavan existing equally in the whole universe. The whole universe is made up of Bhagavan. The other way to say that. This universe is made up of nothing else but Bhagavan only. If we come to see this thing, how we can ever treat this universe with anything but love. Any injustice or anything we do, then we be doing against Bhagavan only. Isn't it? So the one who sees this thing. There the Bhagavad Gita verse says, to see that Lord existing equally in a learned Brahmana, in a cow, in a dog eater, in an elephant, in everything. To see that Lord existing equally. So, now one more thing. Bhagavan is telling, I am going to tell Navadha Bhakti. Right? Navadha Bhakti. So now this thing sounds like Gyan to me. Isn't it? Sounds like Gyan because to see the one reality existing equally in all things. Really, it is at these points that Bhakti and Jnana they meet also. They cross paths right here. Like that. So in Bhakti also, I have to see everything is my Lord. Siya Rama mai sab jag jani, karo pranam joy jugpani tulsidas. I see my Ram in everything, and therefore I put my hands together and I do salutations to everything. So, Bhakti and Jnana meet here, but in both the paths now we are seeing that there Bhagavan is telling that I have to see that one reality in all things. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. And here in Bhakti Marg, he is telling Navadha Bhakti, he tells also to see me in all things, existing equally. Then, Mote Sant, and in that same line, Mote Sant adhik kari lekha. And to hold the saints to be even greater than me. To hold the saints to be greater than me even. Nayanan hi sant daras nahi dekha. Lochana mor pankh kar lekha. In the Balkan, there's one place he said, those who have not feasted their eyes on saints, those eyes are like the eyes on a peacock feather. What the eyes on a peacock feather will do? Nothing. That peacock has so many eyes there, can't see anything. So, to hold saints as great, to get darshan of saints, and to think that they are greater than Bhagavan also. And the Lord is saying, in other words, Bhagavan doesn't want anybody to think that I am great. Think that the saints are great. Otherwise, people keep asking that also. Worship me. Think about me. All the time, So when the Lord speaks like that, people say, see how selfish he is? He wants everybody to think about him like that. So now see, he is saying, you hold the same to be greater than me also. Athava jatha labh santosha. Number 8 is to be contented. Actually, santushta satatam yogi. Santushta yena kena chit. How many places Bhagavan tells the same thing? But a santushta word we don't know. We have to learn that. Santushta means contentment, satisfaction. This is the translation in English. To be contented. That doesn't mean to say that you stop doing what you are doing. But when karma phala comes, to be pleased and contented and to accept it with prasad buddhi. That is the idea. Otherwise, we don't accept with prasad buddhi. Quickly we look to see, oh, who prevented me from getting that? Like that. Prasad buddhi, to accept at that time, is real contentment. Bhagavan wanted it like this. And then you continue doing what you have to do. Your duty and all that kind of thing. But this contentment, if it is not there, then the wild goose chase never stops. Please remember, the whole samsaric journey is a wild goose chase. Huh? It is called a zero-sum game. Zero-sum game, you know. In the end, we get nothing. There is zero in the end. You have to remember that. If that whole chase and that wild goose chase, if I did not take time to appreciate Bhagwan and reflect and do japa and do sadhana and all of that along that path, that whole chase was useless, because in the end, where we end up, चार जने मिल मथो उठायो बांधी खात की घोरी, and it take us there. फूंक दीनी जैसी होली. The line said, we saw in one of the prayers. Take us to the smashan, and that is it. Zero-sum game. So ask her jatha labh to really develop this contentment here and now. That Bhagwan wants me to have like this only. Sapanehu nahi dekhai parat dosha. And in dream also, this is a very interesting thing. This is important. In dream also, not to think about the dosha or defects of others. And the reason why this is given in Shastras, I'll tell you. Now, see. In this same Shastra, and everywhere across the Shastra, you have what is called as satsang, and you have what is called as kusang. Right? You know those two words. Now, otherwise, there will be no such word. There's satsang and kusang or dussang. Right? Okay. How you will know if this is kusang if you did not look and find the faults? You have to look, isn't it? How you will know how to choose between satsang and kusang if you do not look and judge and find the faults? We have to find the faults. And Bhagavan himself tells in Bhagavad Gita. There, janma mrityu jara vyati dukha dosha anu darshanam. So that we have to see the dosha in the world. And here Bhagavan telling to her, paradosha. We should not see even in dream. So then Bhagavan has to mean something, because at one place Bhagavan is telling like that, and at one place he is telling like this. So what he means like this. We have to now try to get at the root, because you should not say, no, Bhagavan himself is contradicting himself. And therefore the Shastras are useless, let us throw them out. That is not the way. The way is to see. When Bhagavan says, don't see the dosha of others here and there, he is telling, you see the dosha in this whole samsara. So what he means to say, when he talks like this, is very simple thing. My dear, instead of you trying to find fault in others, just turn your gaze onto yourself to see how much, because I'll tell you why. The reason is, all of us will have all the faults. It is only a matter of degrees. It's only a matter of degrees. The faults will be there because Sumati Kumati Sabake Urahi. It is only a matter of degree. So all I have to ask now, when I see the fault, because in the other parts of the Shastra is telling, you see the dosha in the sansar, the moment I see that, the next, let's follow that a little bit. When I see the dosha there, the next emotion that comes, first I see the dosha defect in the other, and the next emotion that comes is dislike, or ill-speaking, or what we call, what is that word I have for that? Stereotyping. All those type of things, right? The moment I see the dosha, or some of those negative things will come. So yes, see the dosha, and that time, instead of allowing the next emotion to come, that time turn the gaze to, what degree of that do I have? I'm telling you, it's only a matter of degree. So yes, see the dosha, but immediately turn the gaze to see, oh, let me see how much of, what degree of that dosha that I myself have. It will be there in some degree. Then, suppose we see a dosha in the other person, some defect, and I turn the gaze, and let us say I'm able to master this. I turn the gaze immediately to myself, and I ask, let us take, okay, that fellow gets angry. He has an anger problem. Right? So I see the dosha in that person. Then quickly I turn the gaze to myself. Okay, how much anger do I have? How often do I get angry? And what do I get angry for? And all that kind of thing. When I turn the gaze to my own self, and now suppose I turn the gaze and I really realize, no, I don't get angry. I haven't gotten angry in years and years. Let us say that's the truth also. Right? That I really don't get angry and all that kind of thing. And even if that is the truth, then that should not be an excuse now to take the mind back to that fellow. That should be now a springboard to say, okay, I don't have anger, but I have other one. I have love, moha, I have this kam, whatever. You see? So, I don't have his dosha, but I will have. So now move the mind laterally like this, rather than go back to that fellow, like that. So Bhagavan means to say things like this. Not that we don't have, we all have. And not that we should not judge this world also, otherwise we will not know how to stay in satsang and avoid kusanga and all. So you have to go on judging like that. But when we should not let the judging move to the next step to censor that fellow. We should censor ourselves. That is the idea. So sapane u nai dekhai par dosha an last. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama. 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 Navam saral sab san chalahina. सहिया हर्षन दीना नवम में कौ दिन के होई नारी पुरुष सचराचर कोई श्यावर रामचंद्र की नवम सरल सब सन chalahina. Chalahina and saralta, they always go together. When they know, conceit or deceit or fraud or pretense. Pretense, we should have to just be what we are, not anything else. Even Hanumanji got caught with that. Whenever he is going anywhere, he will take this form and take that form and take that form. You know that. If Hanumanji can get caught, why you will not get caught? Why I will not get caught? Hanumanji takes as a Brahmana form and goes in front of Bhagavan Sri Ram. Bhagavan Sri Ram is born arrow, he is in Kshatriya form. Hanumanji comes down from the Rishimukh Parvat and comes in front of Bhagavan Ram and in that Brahmana form. Nice cholki and commander. Then, look here. When the Kshatriya meets the Brahmana, the Kshatriya, he bows. But Hanumanji is a das, he's a bhakta, he's a devotee. So even though he has taken Brahmana form, when he comes there, he bows. Because The idea is whatever is inside, that will come out. You see? So when I pretend to be something other than which I am, eventually that is going to come out. So that's a chalahina. With devoid of that, just be good old self. Whatever, our good old self. And that is equal to saralta actually. In Uttarakhand also he talks about saralta so much. Sarala subhavana mana kutilai. Same thing he's saying in some other form. To be simple by nature. Like that. Simple nature is the best. And mama bharosa here, harashana dina. Dina. Means we have to maintain our balance, not too much of this all the time jumping in joy like this, and the next time depressed. And next day, the opposite. So, to maintain that balance, and how? He says, Mama Bharosa, Ram Bharosa. Having faith and reliance on Bhagwan, Ram, like that. And then he says, I didn't get to complete that when we were singing because while playing here I can't flip the page. Navama mahu ekau jinke hoi nari purusha sacharachara koi. If anybody in this world has only one of them, soi atisaya priya bhamini more. 9 types of devotion. If a person has only one, Bhagavan says that person is extremely dear to me. If a person has only one of the 9 and says Sakala Prakara Bhagati Dhriratore, all the 9 types you have not only have but firmly rooted in you, all 9. He tells to Shabari. And he calls her again Bhamini. I told you this name, Bhamini. What a nice name. Jogi Brinda Durlava Gati Joyi To Kahu Aj Sulava Pai Soi. That state which is so difficult to get by all the great yogis who practice for a lifetime, they practice so many things. Today you got all that. He tells to Shabari. And he ends with a most famous line. See this. Mama darsana phala param anupa jeev bhav nij sahaj sarupa Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram 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 Bolo Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Bolo Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Raja Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Raja Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Syavar Ramachandra ki Jai. This line is all Upanishad only. Bhagwan, and I told you in these passages now, they really where bhakti and jnana meet. Mama darasana phala param anupa. Darshan of me, Bhagwan is saying, darshan of me is incomparable. There is no way, no thing in the universe to compare the getting darshan of me. When that jiva gets darshan of me, jiva pava nija sahaja sarupa. Darshan of Bhagwan really means the jiva comes to see his own self. This line is in Ramcharitmanas. Bhagwan himself is telling to Shabari. So Ram Darshan, Darshan of Bhagwan is really the jiva comes to see his own. If that is not Gyan, nothing is. The jiva comes to recognize, realize his own self. And in other words, this is what Shabari gained. This is coming Shabari Prasang only. Shabari got Bhagwan Ram Darshan. And she came to see her own self. What a portion of Ramcharitmanas for somebody who could not read one letter. To have Shraddha in the word of that Guru and to stay there and chant the name of Bhagwan Ram and stay for all of these years, then with unquestionable Shraddha. That Guru said like that, and therefore when Bhagwan Ram came, it was worth putting him aside to remember that Guru. And now she came to see her own self, to discover her own self. So the high state which Bhagwan is telling, and the same state that all the Gyanis and Munis and Rishis and all, they all strive to reach that state. This Shabari, who could not read a letter even, reached that same state. How Bhagwan's Kripa. At other place, in this Ramcharitmanas, it says, such a Lord, that is there in earlier prasang of Jatayu, such a Lord to cast out from our life and pursue anything else, how this jiva will not have sorrow? To have such a compassionate Lord and to cast him out and pursue any other thing, how this jiva will not have sorrow? Tulsidasi asks. So this is why our sorrow is that we put Bhagwan, the same love that he's looking for, we put that love in something else. Okay. So now all the prescription for sukha is there also. Put love in Bhagwan. Alright. Now I stop and we will have some other part of the program. We have vote of thanks. This says last day protocol. आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की दिव्य रूप मूर्ति करुणा की आरती सद्गुरु की चरणों में उनके शांति समाए शरणागति की भ्रांति आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीरति कलित ललित सिर की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीरति कलित ललित सिर की पावन ब्रह्मादिक मुनि नारद वाल्मीकि ज्ञानी मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वजः मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलाय तनो हरिः त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुः च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ॐ बोले श्यावर रामचंद्र की पवन सुत हनुमान की और भाई सब संतन की श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की नमः पार्वती पतये